Hi, welcome to Back on Two Wheels. Okay, so this journey's taking me out to Germany. Little route here on the 249. As you can see, I've got two cameras up and running now, and the remote, which is down there on my keys. So still learning how to use it, and yeah. So this is the 249 coming off of the Isle of Sheppey. So I've been down there visiting kids and grandkids, and just coming up here. This is the new bridge, but over to the left, you may be able to just make out the top of the old lifting bridge, and any old people around you may remember the some mothers do have them, where Michael Crawford he was on a Mini on top of that bridge, so the bridge lifts up between them two posts, and he would have been on his Mini having his driving lesson on top of them two bridges. So it's not a claim to fame, but you know, a little bit of history there. Yeah, so stop down en route, see some more of the grandkids, because they've been waiting 4 months for their Christmas presents. So that was something that needed to be done. And then obviously, see me off, ready for my journey. So there we have it. But as you can see, it's a little bit of a grey day, but it's always a bit of sunshine when the kids are around. There we go. Here we are. That's it. So what do you think? Who wants to go on holiday? On the bike? Yeah? Where's your crash helmet?
I have a crash helmet.
You've got a crash helmet.
Have you got layers underneath your jeans?
No.
No.
No. Just I'll be on. If it gets wet, I'll put some waterproofs on. That's it. So yeah, famous last words. I'll put waterproofs on if it starts raining. The waterproofs went on the train. Coming down, but you know, sometimes we have to just take the bad weather.
Yeah.
Make sure that's shut.
Warm though.
Hey?
Warm though.
You need to put them parts up.
Yes, these ones.
Yeah.
Is it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one. Yes. Ooh. Hey? Right. All be good. I'll see you soon. See you. See you later, Dad. to do is turn the camera off while I go through customs in case it's a no-no, and probably catch you on the train. Seagulls. So we're now getting onto the train, and as you can see, it's already started raining. A bit more significant. It was worse over in France, and this is pretty much where the batteries were running out on the GoPros. So yeah, the rest, as I say, you'll understand soon. Wow, what a day that was. Started off not too bad. Got down to the Channel Tunnel. No dramas. I noticed that the cameras had gone off, so there must have been. I'd tried the remote, which I believe worked to start with. So beyond that, it was yeah. I went to change the batteries on the train, and then realised that I'd charged the batteries up overnight, and that's where they were, still charging. So I'm 2 batteries down currently. There is a spare which I'm using now. I've got one of them charging up now. So not only have I left the batteries back at the base there, but also my charger, my dual charger. So I'll probably end up just getting another charger and a couple of batteries while I'm here, in order to get whatever footage I can while I'm down in Munich. So anyway, got off at Calais. It was raining. Not just raining, really, like torrential rain. And it pretty much lasted the bulk of the journey. I think I must have been getting off that train about 3 o'clock Central European time, and arrived at the accommodation just inside Germany, a place called Achem, at about 9:15. So nearly 5 3/4 hours, and we can basically say 5 hours of that was through torrential rain. You could hardly see anything ahead, and what's worse is I was using the iPad on the quad lock, and I think, like the rain, although we was obviously hoofing it along there, I'm pretty sure rain was still. It was obviously touching the, dripping down maybe on the screen or something, because it just started doing all sorts of dramas. It was sort of asking me if I wanted to share my ETA with people on the maps, and in fact later on in the journey it actually shared my ETA with people on maps. I wasn't doing that. Now, in all fairness, I didn't really see the issue of the phone being an issue because the case is pretty good, and the phones are supposedly okay for being submerged to a degree. So I thought a little bit of rain's not going to be a problem, which on the whole it's not, other than the fact that the thing was doing all sorts of dramas. I looked down, all of a sudden it wasn't even on maps, and I looked down again a few miles down the road, and it was on camera. So I really don't know what was going on with it, but I kept having to sort of like pull into sort of like services in order to sort of like try and sort out the sat nav. Try and do it in the sort of, I won't say dry because I was soaking wet. My top there's I've got my jacket's getting dry. I'd stuck on waterproofs while I was on the train, but the waterproofs they're like work waterproofs, so they've got like pockets down the sides that obviously meant that while I was sitting there, the rain, 5 hours of rain is going to get all over the place. So around my pockets was wet. I mean, on the whole of it, I was my legs, my feet were dry. I was starting to feel it. I think it was coming through the jacket a little bit, which is disappointing to a degree. On the whole, I was comfortable. The bike itself is comfortable. It's like I say, 6 hours riding, and sort of as hard as you want to go in the wet. But comfort-wise, not a problem. It was starting to get a bit cold at the end because you imagine it was damp, and night was falling in. So we had maybe some minor feelings there where we would have liked to have been a bit drier, and maybe a bit warmer. The heated grips and the heated seat worked lovely. There is some sort of drama with the bike. Pretty much, I hadn't even reached Belgium out of Calais, so probably about 15-20 minutes into the journey in Calais, the dash come up with a warning. What was it? Transmission fault. So I waited until I could come off the motorway, as it were, because it's all motorway riding, trying to get myself down to Munich, and I couldn't see what the issue was with the transmission. Like, it was all working, so I was concerned about the feed up to the charger for the phone, the quad lock charger, because it was in a little plug-in thing with a couple of USB ports on it, and it sort of because I hadn't effectively set it up properly regarding sort of having it secured and all the rest of it. So it was sort of like, although I tucked it behind the dash, it was hanging out a bit, and I thought, is that water gonna get in there? I was concerned about it. And all of a sudden this light's come up, transmission, oh Christ. And I was having all sorts of thoughts about, maybe it's blown, like there's some water got in, it's blown a fuse, it's this, it's that. So got into the first place into Belgium, which is the turn off to Adinkerk. Popped in there, drove through into the little sort of like town area. There was a garage there, so it was obviously still pouring down with rain. So tried to get myself under the shield of the garage where the pumps are. Then I had to move. So then I stuck it around the side. There was a little bit of a overhang around the side of the garage, so I popped it under there. Tried to have a look to see if I could see the levels in the sort of engine or gearbox sort of scenario, but to be honest, I don't know if it was because it had been running. It wasn't really clear as to what was in there, but it didn't sound like there was any issues, sort of like, you know, whether it was a bit dry or whatever else. So I will have a look in the morning before I leave, just to see if there's any indication. It wasn't easy to see, in all fairness. So that was probably the main drama of the day. I did Google it while I was there to find out if there was issues. People have had issues with faults coming up and for no sort of apparent reason, and I'm sort of fingers crossed that hopefully that's also the case here. Yeah, so I'll wait and see. I'll charge my batteries up and then try and get some more footage tomorrow on my way down to Munich. To be honest, if I did have the cameras working, you wouldn't have seen anything, because it was just, the weather was crap. And in fact, I've had a look at the weather. It's going to rain here in the morning as well, again. And I'll be passing Frankfurt. It's raining there in the afternoon. But Munich is saying it's dry and to some extent a little bit sunny. So we'll see. I'll be leaving a bit earlier than what I did this morning, obviously. I haven't got to faff around with any border crossings or the like. So, yeah, we will just see what we will see. And, that's it. It's not the, it wasn't the 5 countries in one day video that I wanted to do, because we didn't get any footage, basically. Anyway, I'll get some tomorrow, and hopefully have a better result. Anyway, I will say good night. It's been a long day.